trade your skins and get your $5 bonus on skinsjar.com. See description below if you want a bonus on your first trade.
Hey guys, it's Thrill again, and today I want to talk about the default crosshair in CSGO and show why playing this crosshair might give you an advantage over other players in certain scenarios. The default crosshair can be found in the gameplay settings of your game or can be enabled with the console command CL_crosshair style 0 for the dynamic or CL_crosshair style 1 for the static version of this crosshair. The crosshair is a mixture of light green and black, hence granting a good visibility against very dark but also bright backgrounds. Unfortunately though, this crosshair style does not offer a whole lot of customization options, and that's why many people consider it to be a noob crosshair, because CSGO players are all about customizing their crosshairs, and there are even whole maps dedicated to different crosshair types of pro players, and people tend to believe that playing the same crosshairs called Zero will make them a better player. I've never been a supporter of this "the default crosshair is only for noobs" theory, since I've been playing the default crosshair numerous times in the past, and hey, I've been able to keep my global elite rank for more than a year now, so it cannot be that bad, right? One thing I recently thought about though is the fact that the default crosshair is the only crosshair within Counter-Strike that changes the color to red as soon as you aim at an enemy. You cannot add this option to your own customized crosshair whatsoever, and that got me thinking. Are there possibly some scenarios in CSGO where this color change could actually make a difference? I investigated this last night and I can confirm, yes, it definitely can. We all know that placing your crosshair on an opponent will shortly after trigger the game to display the enemy's name on your screen. But what I didn't know until I've started investigating this is that the color change of the default crosshair is actually quite a bit faster than the enemy's name popping up. When would that be useful at all, you may ask yourself? I thought about a scenario where an enemy would be standing behind the very edge of a smoke and hope that the default crosshair would trigger sooner than a normal crosshair. I came to realize though that even aiming through the faintest smoke particles would not trigger either crosshair to display the name of the enemy. At the time that this happens, you would have already seen the enemy for ages. However, I came to realize that this is not the case for HE grenades used to stir up some particles off the ground, which people use on a number of maps as a temporary cover to cross tight gaps within maps without having to waste a precious smoke grenade. These particles, on the other hand, do not stop the crosshairs from triggering the enemy's messages, and if you were to face an enemy in a situation like this, with a bunch of stirred up particles in between the two of you, you would have the upper hand because of your default crosshair turning red before the enemy's message telling him that he's facing an enemy would pop up on his screen. Not only that, but I also found out that the default crosshair also gives you a much quicker feedback when you do not aim at an enemy anymore. As you can see now, the default crosshair changes colors from red to green again a lot quicker compared to the enemy message below, which keeps getting displayed for a half a second on top. In a scenario like this, where both players would probably widely spray around into the particles because they saw the enemy's message pop up, the player without the default crosshair might still be spraying at nothing, while the player using the default crosshair already knows that the enemy is not within his vision anymore. On top of that, I also feel like your brain will process a color change of your crosshair a lot quicker than the enemy's message popping up below, since your eyes will be focused on the crosshair anyways all the time. Another scenario where the quicker color change of the default crosshair could come in handy is the following. DE Mirage is a map with a lot of these angles and positions where you could catch a glimpse of an enemy like shown right here. Think about it like this. You sneak out of A ramp and you are not sure if you saw the enemy's feet or head sticking out behind these boxes on A side, but you don't want to take a chance and give away your position if you are wrong. With a normal crosshair you would possibly have seen the message pop up below at some point, but you wouldn't be sure when exactly to shoot, since it's only a few pixels of the enemy that are showing. If you want to be 100% certain that you get the kill, you'd have to go back and find the location of where you placed your crosshair that triggered the enemy's message to pop up and then shoot. By using the default crosshair in this scenario, you would not only be a portion of a second quicker, since once again the crosshair's color change is quicker than the enemy's name popping up, but you'd also know exactly when to shoot, because your crosshair will stay red as long as you are aiming at an enemy. Of course, these are all things that are very situational and do not occur in every CSGO match ever, but they do occur from time to time, and if this happened in a game-changing round, you'd be thankful that you used the default crosshair in that situation. I just wanted to spread some awareness that this is actually a thing, and that the default crosshair is actually not as bad as many people think for some reason. As I've just shown, it even gives you an advantage in certain situations. If you can think of other scenarios where this could give you an advantage, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.